if I went into my office on a Monday morning and the people I said, right, do me a favour, your job is to shuffle them bits of paper, and I kept going to the office and they didn't shuffle the bits of paper, what would I do? I'll be like, yeah, you don't do what I ask you to do, so you can't work in my office anymore.
Come on, Rangers! Come on, Rangers!
Missed the whole game.
He's 15 yards in front of me.
The saga continues. Dorking Wanderers are into the fourth and final qualifying round for the FA Cup. A win at home to Hayes Yeading would send Marc White's team into the first round proper for the first time in their 20-year history. And with their backstory, it's hard to imagine the TV companies ignoring the potential for putting them on the telly. After last week's epic encounter in the rain, Marc's battered and bruised team is psyching themselves up for what could be one of the most important games in their history. Yet Hayes Yeading are no pushover. They may be from the division below, but they are undefeated. And with ex-Chelsea midfielder Paul Hughes in charge, they've become accustomed to reaching the first round proper in recent years, which may explain why we're sensing an air of tension around Meadowbank.
Yeah, around the ground, mate, but not from me. And hopefully by the time I've been here more than half hour, then everyone else will relax as well. I think that's really important. You know, you don't get these big rewards by worrying about it or thinking about it too much. You just get it by doing all the basics right and stay. Yeah, you've got to be the relaxed one in the room. We want to put the club on the map. And the FA Cup is the competition that enables that. So reward for sort of all those years of effort that everybody's put in and the amount of people we've got behind the scenes, especially now, you know, past and present, and we want it badly. You know, we want it badly. But in reality, wanting it badly doesn't get results, you know. So someone's got to be relaxed and organised. They're a great team, Hayes. Be no disgrace in getting beat at this stage by Hayes. They're a great team. Got to the first round last 2 years, so maybe they can gift us the tie this year. It always means more if you are, you know, the underdog or if you're sort of setting records as you go along. So, you know, what I'm asking them to do today is to give this club a moment.
Well, I just expect a good game of football. Obviously, we know Dorking play, very attack-minded. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing Marc again. I think he's a great guy. And maybe a bit of banter with him. With Marc, I mean, you just got to have a lot of respect for what he's done. I mean, look, it's unbelievable. I think he's a bit of a maverick. He says things as he sees them, and that's refreshing. I think, you know, he's a bit of a disruptor. You know, he doesn't play the politics, which I like. I think you need more people like that in the game. So I think you'll move the game on quicker and further. So, no, whatever happens today, I'm sure it'll be a pain in the arse. I'm sure he'll claim for every foul, but we'll all do that. It's part of the game. So I've got no problem with that, and he just wants to win, same as I do.
How much do you take from your time, say, at Chelsea? How much does that inform the way that you treat the players at this level?
Good question. Gee, you've got me thinking. I think what's most important, if I'm honest with you, is probably the environment you create. I don't think it's spoken about enough. And I think the environment allows the players to then play. Because you can't play with fear in this game. I think if you've got that around your neck, it stifles the talent you've got. So I think the environment's key, and that's probably what Marc does here. I don't think you get that many promotions unless you create the right environment, you set a good example with your leadership.
Do you have a system and you're like, we'll just take you on, or do you adapt to who you're playing?
Possibly.
I'm not going to tell him, don't worry, you won't listen to me anyway.
No, possibly. You'll have to wait and see what we do. But no, I just think whoever we play, there's a huge amount of respect for anyone. I think it's important that they have that humility. Not today because the better team with probably the better players, and the higher level. But in general, I think it's important that whoever we play, we give them a huge amount of respect. Doesn't mean we fear them. It just means we respect what they do. Is there pressure on us to be in a first round proper again? None. Do we want to do it? Yeah. So I think the motivation's right. It's not a business motivation, it's a personal passion. They want to reach the first round proper again. They want a TV tie. They want to play a big club. And that's, I think, the healthy motivation. If you just say, oh, you want a big bonus to win this game, I mean, that doesn't motivate most people, let's be honest. You think it does, but really it doesn't. It's the passion, it's the will. You've got to want to do it, it's your pride. That's what gets them going, not the money. That's just my opinion.
Hayes and Yeading aren't the only visitors to Meadowbank this afternoon. Father and son team Reese and Johnny from away day Diaries are trying the old follow a team to the final plan, and their journey has brought them to Dorking.
Okay, we started with Shepton Mallet, so we went right the way back to the extra prelim rounds. So we chose them because they're close, because we're from Cardiff, and started with Shepton, and we just stayed with the winners all the way through. Now, Shepton won their first couple of games, so we stayed with them until they lost. And we then followed Taunton, who were the winners of that game, Weston, who were the winners of that game, and Weston came down here to Dorking. So now we're here, now we're Dorking, and if we can stay here for a couple of games, that'll be fantastic.
We're not guaranteed a ticket. You know, as soon as you, like you said, start moving up the leagues, moving up the teams as they get bigger and bigger, you know, the chances are going to become slightly slimmer. But you know what? We're doing it at the moment just for the fun of it, really.
Yeah.
You know, to visit new grounds, see new teams. It's a great opportunity, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good opportunity. I mean, if we get tickets, we're hoping that the relationships you build along the way will help. We never assume. We'll see where we go.
I have two. No, just one. It's literally all kid sizes. Very much, which is.
So obviously the main aim of anything is to win, but what's really important is to be as factory setting as we can be and business as usual mindsets as we can be. Okay, the job today is to do it for this club. It's a very young club, and just you can be part of the kind of history of it ticking another box. And that'll just be the first box because, make no mistake, there ain't no first round proper would stop us. He's a good manager and he might well change it as he goes along. I'll say that now. So, if he does match up, you know exactly what's what. If he matches up, that's great. Not a problem at all because we've done it a million times, man for man. They've got an overload, we've got an overload. Fine. They're going to press really high. We'll come on to that, not an issue. In open play, Macca, you'll do... and you do this brilliantly, you'll do the 10, and then when we've got the ball, you're going to fucking, off you go. Use two, key to the game for us. Josh and Niall, I thought that's important today. And today, they need to play against proper players. So on the ball, we'll do what we do, our shape, our pattern. Off the ball, you get there, stand them up, you win the ball, back we go again. I always remember playing Wildstone pre-season, him and Fogden, like, ridiculous press. They couldn't get out of their own half, man. Right, that's what it needs to be like for them. Main aims, and I'll just remind you of the key markers later. Press high, massively. If you get a chance, put the keeper under pressure. Don't let them play possession-based football. Stand them up, get in their face, win tackle, win the ball back. Wanderers going forward, off we go. Early yellows in cup games are a killer. Okay, you know my mindset on that. I'll take you off probably. Right, okay, don't get me wrong, I know they happen, but be clever. Fine margins, okay? But I want to cover them, and I want to make sure we know mentally the type of game we've got to play, because I wouldn't be doing my job properly. But you boys are a class outfit. You are a fucking class outfit. Make no mistake. You don't need me today. You don't need me one bit. I've told you the info I've told you. Yeah, possession-based, don't let them have possession. It's the summary of what I'm saying. And if you don't do that, you'll take them apart. Okay, boys? Come on. Get that music on, boys. Fuck me. What's going on, boys? Loads of info in there, Mauro.
Around the back of the main stand at Dorking is the fan zone, an area that bunch of amateurs rarely treads, for therein lies the kind of drunken fools who will chant inaudible chants while waving at the back of the camera.
You better put it on YouTube!
What? I'm pointing at a fence. Getting any? Do you get any pre-match tension at all? Any pre-match nerves?
No, never.
Never.
No, never.
Really?
Never. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be doing the job, should you? You know, if you're not fucking, if you're not ready for every situation, mate, you shouldn't be doing it. Bottom line. No, I just want to get on with it. Want to get on with it.
What did you think about at this point? Because you're just talking then about
Just
views and stuff.
Yeah.
Have you got a business head on you?
Yeah, it can be distracting. So, but I'm happy. You know, if there was a problem on the pitch and off it, then I'd be dealing with that. Do you know what I mean? I'd be dealing with the pitch first. But at the moment, I'm just making sure the warm-up's good. Making sure the warm-up's good, mate. Right, all good, lads. Great fucking warm-up. Brilliant, boys. Fantastic. Well done. You can do your little bits as you're listening to me, as long as you're listening. OK? So, the name of the game is to stop a possession-based side having the ball and then run them ragged in their half. Comprehend? Simple as that. Keep the ball out of their diamond unless it's really clear and obvious. Whatever you do, don't slow the game down. It's not going to help you to slow it down if they're high press. It's going to help them. We'll put the ball into wingers' feet or into a 10, etc. All right, playing out on the board quickly. Make sure you got it right, yeah? OK. A big wide 3, and then we'll see how they deal with the overload. They've got to commit somebody forward they don't want to full press. If they do full press, then Max Shane will go in and get the ball. If they don't full press, one of you is going to be free. All right, boys? But play at a tempo where the manager can't get the information on quick enough. That's the key. All right, boys? Come on. Come on. Quick start. Come on, boys. Here we go, boys. We're going to go. That's what you need, don't it? These games build your crowds, man, on another level. So many people come down, come back. It's unreal.
Shots off. From nice and compact. Give it to them. They back to the guy the other way.
Fucking been looking for you about half hour.
Hello, mate. I did wave at you from there.
You didn't want to give me any eye contact. I get it.
I had a geezer already interviewed me.
You didn't, mate. Yeah, no, yeah. I said you'd be fucking asking. Yeah. Run him! Briggs, every time you get a chance, run. Is it?
The early exchanges are scrappy, with the ball spending more time in the air than on the ground. A midfield battle ensues, and it seems the referee might be willing to let play flow.
Forward! They're diamond. Yeah.
Marc has confirmed Hayes' formation and wants the ball to go out to the wide men.
Buzz! Split!
Come on!
One pass! Man up.
Dorking are beginning to take control, and it's not long before they pick out Matt Briggs for a trademark run at the Hayes defence.
Run him!
Wanderers are finding joy out wide, and the Hayes defence is being pinned into their own penalty area.
Boss, just Taylor!
A misplaced header relieves the pressure on Hayes, and they counter like a kitchen work surface. Francis Amati plays in Tyler Goodrum, but the attacker fails to test new keeper Stuart Nelson.
Fucking liven up! Fucking starter!
Hayes are beginning to grow into the game and give Dorking something to worry about at the back.
Come on!
A short corner routine leads to a brief penalty scare.
Secure it, Macca!
But the main takeaway here is that Dorking can't seem to clear their lines.
Fucking take him on.
Still, when in doubt, Dorking can always give the ball to Briggs and hope for the best.
Gotta switch on, boys.
Dorking's press isn't having much effect, and the visitors are enjoying more possession than the Wanderers' coaching team anticipated.
Briggs in press! Tight now, tight now. Macca's got to be tighter.
Press him! Press him!
Press him when he's on his left as well.
Alfie Rutherford works hard to win the ball back, but it's not long before Hayes robbed Josh Taylor. A quick free kick gives Amos Nasher a chance to fire in his shot, but again it's not a hard one for Stuart Nelson.
Briggsy! Go on, Briggsy!
Switch on!
1-on-1! 1-on-1! Go on! Go on! 2-on-1! Take them both on! Go on, Briggsy!
Mark immediately dictates an attack along the right wing. Briggs is once again the major threat.
That's a fucking booking, no? That's got to be a booking.
Jordan Norville-Williams escapes without a yellow, but like Weston before them, Hayes still have no real answer for the rise of Matt Briggs.
On your own, Bob! Baz, tap round!
Dorking work the ball down the left flank for a change, but it's not long before it returns to Briggs on the right.
Go ball! Go ball!
The young winger fires a thunder bastard into the top corner and gives Dorking the lead. Because it's an FA Cup game, the match has a designated fourth official, and that means the home bench have to be told off from time to time.
What, because they're being idiots? Because they're giving you grief, you're going to give us grief.
I'm not giving you grief.
You are, you're giving us grief. We've done nothing wrong.
Relax!
Dorking are finding their verve, and like some poor sap experiencing a stroke, there's nothing Hayes can do about the pressure they're feeling down their left side. Bobby Joe Taylor's inch-perfect corner finds Barry Fuller on the 6-yard box. The goal is disallowed for a dangerously high foot, and Ed Harris gets himself booked for debating the quality of the refereeing. But we can't help but notice the man who the referee seems to believe was in danger has no idea what his team are appealing for, so he randomly claims it was handball, which says a lot about how dangerous Fuller's volley really was.
Lino, why is that a foul? Line, why is it a foul? Could he kick the ball?
What was it? Did he dive? Why are you fucking booking him there?
In the box.
With Ed Harris being arguably Dorking's best player this season, Mark will be reluctant to take him off, despite his misgivings about booked players in cup matches.
Ed! Gonna have to stand up now the whole time.
When Francis Amati bursts into the penalty area, all he finds is controversy. The referee deems the fall to be neither foul nor dive.
Briggsy, split here.
Stuart! Nose!
Alfie!
Nose!
He'll win it!
Go on, Briggsy.
Fucking deal with that.
Get up! Ed! Don't go in for those! Don't commit! Briggsy, coming to you! Go on!
Hayes are pressing high and stopping Dorking from playing their back-to-front game, which is leading to more long balls than usual.
Shuffle!
To be fair, it's fucking spill anyone, mate. It's fucking ridiculous.
Briggs very nearly makes it 2, but for Tyler Dickinson's near-post save. At a throw-in, Keno Robinson gets a hold of Alfie Rutherford, although none of the officials believe it's worth a free kick.
Alfie needs to start going over taps. No, you need fourth.
Lino!
Every time he's getting held.
Can you
every
hold?
single time.
No, just...
Wait, is he going to give one then?
Just tell me you can.
Can you see it?
Are you allowed to hold or not?
Can you see it?
Yes or no? If you're allowed to, it's cool. If not, it's fucking foul.
It's been a while since Hayes have looked threatening, and Omar Rowe looks to turn the tide.
Briggsy!
That's better, Tyler!
Immediately after that effort, Rowe plays in a Marty.
He's fucking done Baz. He's done Baz. He's done Baz. He's fucking done him there. Proper done him.
We don't entirely agree with Dino's assessment there, but it is odd that Fuller's goal was ruled out for his foot going near a player's head, while Omar Rowe isn't censured at all for kicking Barry's face in. Mark, however, is still annoyed about the foul on Rutherford.
Listen, mate, surely you can't back him for 90 minutes. That makes you shit then. Sometimes you just say, yeah, that weren't good.
Exactly.
Just stop fucking backing him.
I can see it.
Come on, sometimes. Like that one, there's a foul. When he's like that, it's a foul.
That one looked a bit like that.
Yeah.
But he's much closer.
No, 100%, you can't call it.
Refereeing decisions aside, Mark's biggest concern now is the lack of width.
Baz! Baz, it's too narrow! Baz! Ed! Get out of the fucking middle!
That's not the one, mate. That's not the
Very.
side. All that does is
Very.
give it back.
Nails! Nails! Get the shape back! It's too narrow!
Both teams are going long now, and while it is driving Mark and Dino nuts, it is creating chances at both ends.
You've got to get the second. Have to switch on in there.
Rowe once again sets up a Marty, but he blazes over, like the time my dad tried to spice up the Guy Fawkes bonfire with a bucket of petrol. Shockingly for Dorking, nobody goes short for the goal kick.
Wait down, Baz! Baz! Baz!
Just about to say.
The team have got to shorten it up. It's fucking embarrassingly long.
At the break, Dorking lead by a goal to nil.
You thinking about changes or not?
Nah, I don't think so, not yet. The problem is, fucking the changes unsettle you when you've got a team with good balance, and good pattern.
I don't know what they're doing.
Look, they're giving them the ball.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Is it all right or not? Let me know, yeah? Bobby, what you done?
Just out of the move for all.
Noel McManus has a back issue, and Bobby Joe Taylor's thigh is seizing up.
Right, listen to me, lads. Listen to me. If you want to win this game, you need to listen to me. Because at the moment, I'm telling you now, you won't win this game. You're winning the game because Briggs has scored a wonder goal and because they can't shoot. That's why you're winning the game. Fucking judge things by what you see. The way you're trying to play out is a disgrace. It's a disgrace. This is us playing out. That's us. Back three, midfield on their arses, wingers at times too deep. Okay? We're going narrow. What are they doing? Coming over the top, winning the ball. That's what's happening. So what we're going to do about that? Okay, yeah? There is nothing in this game for us if we give them the ball. This is a game where we have to have the ball, not them. And you lot are selling out because you're a goal up. A goal will not be good enough to win you this game. It will not be good enough. So you're turning your back on it. Nels is then just thinking, well, okay, I've been here 2 minutes, so I guess what we do is send the ball. And they're just winning the ball. And then we're having to deal with awkward situations. Okay, boys? You're not going to win the game, I'm telling you now, unless you really quickly get on pattern. You've got to really ask yourself how much you want to be in the hat. You've got to really ask yourself. Because it's like anything, yeah? If you show a weakness, right, i.e. if you stop doing things the way you want to do them, you'll get punished. Okay, boys? That's as negative as I'll be. I told you before the game, didn't I? I told you before the game, and I've been spot on. I said it's a game of two halves, literally. They want the ball in our half, and they'll be tricky, they'll be good, they'll try and get runners off, little flicks, win fouls. And if we get the ball in their high third with numbers, we'll be too good for them, okay? Now, every time we've got in the last third, we have been too good for them. But because it's so direct, we're disjointed. So who's going to get hold of that Baz for us and make sure it's not as direct for me? Who's going to do that? Because we can't win the game going direct. We're going to keep giving them the ball back until the pattern of play for them pays off. Okay? And this is where Baz, Ed, Nels, the experienced boys, I don't want a long ball game. We can't go through that way. All right, boys? Listen, the positive is, I know what you're thinking. You've got your goal. You've got your goal. We'll defend. We'll do what we need to do. Amazing goal line clearance. We'll do what we need to do. Right, I get that. But anything in life, when you show a weakness, you'll get punished. And if you stop playing the way we want to play, you'll get punished. A minute ago, and this is a big problem for me, about 6 minutes before the half, not only did we not have any shape, Nels had no choice but just to send the ball long and narrow. I watched you lot just all walking narrow like that. You tell me one pattern we do on a Thursday where we do that. Not one, is there? Not one pattern. Not one pattern do we go, yeah, this one is okay. It's the EFL ball over there, and we all walk forward, and we hope that Macca grows 10 inches for the holding player who's double his size, and we hope that Alfie might skew something off the bloke who's bigger than him. Bob, I'll need to know in a minute if that's any good. I'm not taking any risks at all, okay? Anyone else got any knocks? Obviously stand people up, okay? Whatever you do, but you've been really, really good. When Ed goes in, he must have cover, okay, every time, all right? More of the talking's been good. Dan, you're going on now. You're not going to push on one. Alfie, you've had a great game, considering how isolated you've been. You've been fucking excellent, right? But now we're going to get the ball on the deck, boys. Okay, that's what we're going to do. I don't think they're doing well. I just think we could do a lot better. That's my point. That's my point. So I don't think for 1 minute they're playing well enough to beat us. I just think if we don't do better, we'll get punished. So we've got to be braver. Okay, boys, come on. Just keep an eye on the game now, mate. I want to get in the first round, get us on telly. Keep an eye on the game, okay, yeah? Try and win them headers if they go long and let Ed drop off, yeah? Okay? Mate, not long at all. Keep warm. Need you to fucking hold the ball up for us. Back three, you saying?
Back four.
No,
still.
it's not.
Mark and Dino are wary of a change in system, but they can't see any differences yet.
Relax, Bob, relax!
Mate, fucking have a strike, mate. Oh, I'll tell you what, that's fucking going, mate. Might want to fucking check the free fucking canister, mate. Oh, mate.
Hayes is still going long and hoping that the cookie crumbles in their favour.
We'll have to foul, ref!
Dinesh Galella tiptoes through the midfield like Tom used to in those Tom and Jerry cartoons where Tom didn't want to wake up that maid that he lived with. And Omar Rowe once again turns provider, this time for Amos Nasher.
It's a foul as well. It's a foul.
Who scored? 4?
4.
Keely, warm up.
Hayes are taking control of the ball and Dorking's press isn't working. It seems not everybody knows who they should be marking.
No, one of them needs to push on. Dan's not marking anyone. Dan! Dan! Dan!
More you!
The away side know they've got a chance to go in for the kill. Stuart Nelson does well to block Moses Emmanuel's point-blank shot.
Listen, it's a mental thing here now. We haven't been great, but we can win the game. That's all that matters. Do everything. Don't fucking gamble here. Okay, let's go and get the goal when we need to and fucking defend when we need to, okay?
It's got to be just fucking whipped low, like head height, like that. But preferably in the goal. I'd have scored that.
As the nerves become increasingly apparent on the bench, Bobby Joe Taylor's free kick very nearly settles them. Gallagher and Harris compete for the same ball, and Nasher is able to play the ever-dangerous Amati in down the left-hand side.
Fucking hell, mate. Walking through us.
What's up, mate? Where's that come from?
10.
Who?
10.
Amati shimmies onto his left and smashes the ball past Nelson, who clearly didn't have his eye in.
That's a foul throw, he's running.
Who was actually perfectly taken by Norville Williams. Matt Briggs is forced to bring down Amati to keep Dorking in the game. By far the most confusing moment of the match is when a Hayes supporter pulls out a foghorn and attempts to put off their own free kick. although in our experience, it's never the smartest people blowing foghorns at football matches. Seriously, put it away.
Well, we need to go, don't we? I think Alfie's so isolated.
Josh Taylor is tackled in the middle of the park and Hayes go forwards. Their bench knows full well that they can kill Dorking off if they play their cards right here. Hayes let them off the hook like Oscar Pistorius at his first trial. The question is, will there be a second trial chance like Oscar Pistorius had 2 trials?
Doing Bobby?
Yeah.
Travel!
With his thigh seizing up, Bobby Joe Taylor is about to come off, but can he deliver something special on his way out of the game?
Bobby! Bobby! Are you 100% okay? Bobby! Right, it's coming off. Bobby's coming off.
Oh, God, man. Well done, Moro. Fucking love that. Put fucking Moro.
Chile ready?
I don't know. Who are you doing, Tats?
Bobby.
Come on, Jimmy, come on,
Jimmy,
Jimmy,
high!
come on.
Run him!
Oh my God.
Mate.
Come on, mate.
Yes!
Fucking get in! Fucking get in!
Briggs gets on the end of Taylor's crossfield pass and slides the ball across the goal. Rutherford makes a fool of his marker and taps home for the equaliser.
Let's go!
Nobody in Dorking wants a replay, so the Wanderers go for broke. A free kick from Luke Moore is an opportunity to cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war.
Head handballed it, didn't he?
He did, but the play must go on.
Oh, mate. Oh, fucking get in there. Oh, Joshy boy.
Josh Taylor crashes into a challenge like he's Wolf out of Gladiators, but Amati is through nonetheless, at least until only child Dan Gallagher throws himself at him. We're just saying only child because we don't want Dan to think that we're only interested in him for his brother.
Jukes, go that side, change our luck. Change our luck, trust me. Let's go. Keep positive. Briggs!
Set it up, set this up.
Hayes are doing whatever it takes to stop the team with the momentum.
Jimmy, get on!
Set it up! Buzz!
Got a gamble. Okay, come on, let's fucking set piece streaks. Set piece streaks, come on. Got to beat the first man, mate.
13!
Dorking have the pressure, but they're wide open for a counter-attack.
Run it, on your man!
Go on, fucking open up!
I'm only teasing, they're about to get a golden chance. With seconds on the clock, it's down to Luke Moore to chip in a free kick.
Oh, Moro. Fuck me, man. That's fucking shit.
Honest to God, fuck off with that thing.
Yeah, one down, yeah, it's Tuesday now, isn't it? Yeah, that's it.
The draw means Dorking have to go to Hayes 3 days later for a Tuesday night showdown.
Shit that, mate. Shit that was. Great recovery though, Dan, from you, I thought, in that half. I thought that spell where we didn't know whether to stick or twist, like, was a bit indicative of the game. Like, the minute it took so long. I've got to question the senior players as to how long it takes us to do something so easy as to say we don't have a spare man, we don't need it, push on man for man. Yeah, so it's you boys in midfield then, if you've told them. You're all in, yeah? You got to say what you see. Can do no more, really. Can do no more. Bit rusty at one, then all of a sudden you started getting out your feet, great. Right, Ed, take him out of our defence, 5-0. Okay? It's really fucking simple. First half, at one, you've got to call it how you see it. Then you lot can come in here and go, yeah, but I think what it is this. I'm telling you now what I told you at half-time is you get a goal, and then for some reason, you then stop doing everything we talk about. If I went into my office on a Monday morning and the people I said, right, do me a favour, your job is to shuffle them bits of paper, and I kept going to the office and they didn't shuffle the bits of paper, what would I do? I'll be like, yeah, you don't do what I ask you to do, so you can't work in my office anymore. It is that simple, lads. I've been patient this year. I've been fucking patient. That was not... The first half, you sold your asses out. I think, where was I when I goes, fucking... I can't think where we were. And I said, I picked the wrong team. If I pick the wrong team, let me tell you, I'll tell you in a second. I'll go, yeah, pick the wrong team, no problem. But first half, let me tell you, the fucking pattern weren't there. We weren't fucking listening to what I said. We're turning our back on the ball. We're going direct at a goal up. That game at a goal up required us to put our foot on it, do the things we've been doing at training. If we're under pressure, bounce, put it into wingers' feet. We had a spell of as long as 25 minutes where we didn't do that. And I don't give a fuck if we lose the replay because you lot are fucking unhappy. This club wants to fucking win this round of this FA Cup. And today, you were so fucking average. But what annoys me more is when you think you know best. I don't mind going down on my sword, not fucking yours. And all our conversations we wanted to have today were retrospective. Not good enough chat. We had to fix, we had to solve, we had to deal with. We had to talk to the bloke in front. Jimmy, go press him. Get yourself in the game. Put a fucking strong foot in. That ain't us. That is bullshit. So the people that step away from mentally, from pressure, you know, you're pretty fucked. Fortunately, a lot of you that were shit are going to play Tuesday because we've got about 12 players. That is how. Right, so I'll go now. You lot can all make out it ain't you. But you've just been fucking, I'm telling you now, they have fucking pressed you, been more agile, they forced you into errors as a team, and they stopped you thinking about your shape completely, and all they've done was put you in a fucking 11v11 battle. That's what they've done, okay? Simple as that, simple as that. I ain't having shit, boys. I don't mind. I'll come in here now, any day of the week, and say we lost to the better side. And we've done everything we could do. But I'm telling you, I've been there so many years with shit talk. It was not good enough, right? Moan all you fucking want. I'll send you the video. You watch how many passes you put astray. So let me tell you, go online, get some form of self-help guide for motivation for Tuesday, because you won't get it from fucking me. At home, against a team in League below, you should be going through. I wouldn't bother looking at a draw, because you are fucking 10-1 at their place.
Bit disappointed, if I'm being honest, just because, you know, at home, in front of our fans, history for the club, we didn't do enough. That's the truth. We've got to be honest with ourselves. We know that ourselves, in the dressing room as well, but look, I know it's easy to say, but we are still in the hat, regardless of the result today, to see who we can play. And now it's down to us to roll our sleeves up, We've got a good group of lads in there that are resilient boys, regardless of you know, how we're feeling, and do the job on Tuesday. Because today we wasn't at the races. Listen, we all know the gaffer really well, and he's very, very passionate, and he'll say how he sees things and how it's on his mind, which is absolutely fair enough. And then he'll probably speak to some people individually afterwards anyway, because he wants to win, and that's absolutely fine. People in the dressing room know what he's like. We all know that, and like I say, it's not for the mentally weak, this football club. It's for the elite mentality. He's the one that can sort of take it on the chin, and will come back and bounce back no matter what happens. And yeah, to be fair, I had a feeling that we'd probably get a little bit, even though we hadn't lost, we wasn't good enough. And we set high standards at the football club. They did it last year, they did it every year they've been involved in, and that's what we do as well. We set the standard and the bar so high that when we don't reach it, or the expectations aren't there, then it's going to be that way. We've got another game Tuesday now, and it's as simple as that. And to be honest, it's probably good for us, because we could probably do with the momentum of football and getting games and everyone playing and getting fitter, and you know, and it'll only get better for us in the practice of how we want to play. So yeah, listen, we got to roll our sleeves up. We got to look forward to Tuesday, and we need to put in a performance.
I'm not looking for faults. Last week against Bath, all I could find was positives. But you have to. Too many football managers, or you know, sometimes are scared of players or scared to be honest with them. I'm not, because I look at the bigger picture, and you know, I want boys to understand how that makes me feel as a manager and a business if they don't do things the way they're told. And I give credit to Hayes, because obviously it takes a good side to you know, force you into errors, but we were playing in areas where we don't normally play. We were going direct. We weren't forceful enough in looking to play out.
But why? But why though? Like, were they intimidated by this team's record, perhaps?
No, I think it's because they got that goal. And they got that goal, and what went through their heads was don't lose. And it's the same as any walk of life. If all you do is think don't lose, you'll come up second. Individually, you know, they cowered. They were just happy to, you know, cross their fingers that they'll win the game. Look, if it's a cold Tuesday night, midweek, and a player looks like he might not be switched on, not fancy it, you might think that's not ideal, but you might just think he's had a bad day at the office. But if you play in a match that is worth, you know, financially and profile-wise, a lot of money to your club, you should be dragged off the pitch being sick. Do no more, you know, and that weren't the case. Loads of footballers think they're good playing five-a-side or at training, and they've got a lot to say. But actually, you know, the difference, what sets them aside from the boys that play in the Football League and the Championship, the Premier League, is that they have mental strength, they have the ability to take on instructions and know how to play under pressure. And that's, today, what you saw was individuals that didn't play under pressure. I think the draw is probably the right result, because I know Hayes could have 2-1 up, they could have easily put the game to bed, but we also had a lot of good chances, and we had a goal chalked off that was strange, even though he just struck it, scored, and the bloke's head stood on his shoulders. We didn't do enough to win the game. We have to own that. Thought they'd done loads of things well, but we were sort of off scent, but they made us off scent, and that's their job. Their job is to put us off scent, put us under pressure, make us bottle it maybe. That's their job. But no, it's disappointing, mate. Disappointed. That's the bottom line.
Thanks for watching Bunch of Amateurs. All we ask is that you hit like and subscribe. I know we've said this before, and if you're watching to the end, you've probably heard it before as well, but it really does help. It's why every YouTuber says it. If you hit comment, like, subscribe, it helps us reach more people. Comment of the week goes to James Smith, who says he has 2 things to say. 1, to be disciplined, and 2, he can't remember the second one. That made us laugh, James. See you next week.